Today is day 2, 3, 4, 5. Today is day 25, and slept in like late enough until almost 11 today. But I slept really nice, which was good. And then I did get my outdoor workout in. I did like a 1.5 mile walk, and then I did like 10th mile intervals. So I would sprint for a 10th mile, and then do the slow jog, which ultimately became a walk, and then sprint for another 10th mile. So my fastest split was, what was it? I think it was like a minute. No. What was my fastest split? My fastest pace was like a 4:03 mile. I don't know if I held that for a whole 10th of a mile or not. But if I did, then I guess 240 divided by 10, the fastest split would be about 25 seconds for a 10th of a mile. Is that right? No. It's not right. Is it right? Yeah, that's right. About 25 seconds. So, pretty good, but I got more to do because I want to hit that 5-minute mile. That's one of the main objectives right now. So, working on it. And then after that, I had some other things to do. Went to the bike shop to look at bicycles and if there's anything that would be interesting to me. A little bit more expensive than I anticipated, but worth continuing to look into. And then I had a great chest and tricep workout at LA Fitness, which was fantastic. Almost dropped the bar on my chest, which was fantastic, but I was able to rep out like a new best, so it's good. Now I gotta carry that over and do the same for like squats and stuff and make sure I'm really pushing myself. In the book, I had my first highlights taken yesterday as I'm going through that same chapter. I finished up that same chapter about Jews, the precursors, 1492 to 1700. Now the next chapter is Muslims, the conservative spirit, 1492 to 1799. And like I mentioned, as you can tell by these titles, this is a very, very historically focused book. It reads like a history book. So what was interesting to me was in the end of the first chapter here, talking about this person, Shabbatai, and this other person, Nathan, and his, what they call his fantasy. So Nathan was Jewish, and then ultimately persuaded Shabbatai convinced Shabbatai that he was the Messiah. So what's interesting here says that, the dispatched letters to Egypt, Aleppo, and Smyrna announcing that the Redeemer would soon defeat the Ottoman Sultan and the exile of the Jews and lead them back to the Holy Lands. So now, if I turn the page, we're in February 1666. So if you read the book of Revelation, and there's the numerology around it, 666 is like the mark of the beast. That is the devil's number. So I find it interesting that February 1666 Shabbatai set out to confront the Sultan, who had understandably been much alarmed by this wild Jewish enthusiasm and with reason feared an uprising. When Shabbatai landed near Gallipoli, he was arrested, taken to Istanbul, brought before the Sultan, and then given the choice of death or conversion to Islam. So to the horror of Jews all over the world, Shabbatai chose Islam. The Messiah had become an apostate. So there's this person who is like he's crazy. Basically from what the background of Shabbatai is, he's crazy. And he convinces himself through the persuasion of Nathan that he is the Messiah. So calls himself the Messiah, he proclaims that, and then letters are sent, communications are sent, different places, and ultimately, when it comes down to it, in the year of 1666, after leading all these people astray, because he's not the Messiah. I mean, honestly, as a Christian, the Messiah has already come. That's Jesus Christ. So now this guy's given the choice of death or conversion to Islam, because that was the religion in the Ottoman Empire. So he converted. He didn't hold firm. Jesus held firm. So I'm interested to see the rest of this book and everything, but it just completely jumped off the page to me that this happened in 1666. Crazy. I have more to read, more to do. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. All right. God bless.